Man, Disney Plus have really been hitting it out the park with their anime library. First, they have the entirety of BLEACH on their service, all 366 episodes. You get to enjoy every moment of one of the big three on their service. And they have BLEACH 1000 Year Blood War, which is releasing weekly. Oh, as a BLEACH fan, I am in nirvana right now. BLEACH alone would make Disney an actual competitor, but they have other noteworthy anime on their service too. And yes, I am aware that some of these anime would be considered Hulu anime in America, but I'm not America, so they're all available on Disney Plus in the UK. UK Disney Plus also has the second season of Tokyo Revengers, which by the way I enjoyed significantly more than I expected. It also has one of the best anime openings I've heard in my entire life. There's Summertime Rendering, which is an anime that I've already made a video on, but long story short, the anime is incredible. There's a Star Wars anime where loads of different studios all collaborated on. The service has the sequel to the Tatami Galaxy, which, while not many people have watched, has actually received a favourable reception. Then they have Black Rock Shooter Dawnfall, which is apparently not good, and this other anime called Singularity Noir, which at the time of me making this video has not received the best reviews, but only 2 episodes have released as of me writing this script, so maybe it'll pull a Black Clover and everyone will fall in love with it by the end. But the point is, Disney Plus have overall a lot of great anime on their service. The quality is much more consistent than Netflix, for example. Because Netflix anime range from genuine masterpiece to never show this in my presence again. Arguably, the best anime on Disney Plus is the one we're going to talk about today, Heavenly Delusion, or Tengoku Domaiku, which is what Disney had it labelled as. This anime was shockingly good. I expected to enjoy it because of the very favourable reception to its existence, but even I didn't expect something of this high quality. Production IG have always had shows with great animation, but the animation on display here is breathtaking. It has such fluidity, and the best part of it is that it's consistent too. I'm used to lots of anime having very weak or poor animation, as they're saving the high quality animation for the scenes that absolutely need it, but Heavenly Delusion rarely drops the ball on its animation. There are a couple of the frames here and there where the animation quality decreases, but it never gets bad, and these instances really are infrequent. Heavenly Delusion is gorgeous to look at, and there was clear care put into this adaptation of the source material. It genuinely makes me so happy to see a story this good get this level of animation, because the story in this anime is fantastic. Without getting into spoilers, as I want people to experience this anime as blind as I did, there are 2 storylines in Heavenly Delusion. The central storyline focuses on Kiruko and Maru. Kiruko is Maru's bodyguard and is tasked with protecting Maru in this post-apocalyptic wasteland as they search for heaven. What is heaven? They don't know. They don't know where it is, they don't know what it is. All Maru knows is that there is someone at this place that has the same face as him. Kiruko, meanwhile, is searching for something herself. She's looking for 2 men from her past. The reasons why would spoil the anime, but it's important to know that she also has a reason to scout this world. Considering that the majority of the time spent in this anime is with these characters, if they were bland or uninteresting in any way, then this anime would flop. Fortunately, both are really good characters. I wouldn't go as far to say that they are great characters, but they definitely have the potential to go that distance in future seasons. Kiruko is a very unique character. I won't spoil why because it's a nice little plot point that explains why she is the way she is, but I really enjoyed her character. She's very headstrong and reckless, yet she has the capability to counteract her own recklessness. There are times in the anime where you wonder whether she was a good choice to be Maru's bodyguard, since she can be so reckless, and also occasionally chooses to do things that service her, but not Maru. But she's also the more intelligent of the 2 characters. There are numerous moments where she's able to resolve a situation by using her head, and she always takes the lead in dangerous situations. Maru would not survive without Kiruko, and this anime would be far weaker without her too. However, I did say that both characters are enjoyable to watch, and that does include Maru too. Maru is less mature than Kiruko in my opinion, but not by too much since Kiruko has a habit of referring to things in very childish terms. Maru is the muscle of the 2 characters. He's the one doing the finisher moves to the monsters, and he even takes on an entire group of people at one point. He's much stronger than he looks, and people always end up regretting taking him on. He's also fairly funny in my opinion. This anime just likes to sprinkle in a little humour here and there, and a lot of it comes courtesy of Maru. He's usually the one making things brighter in this apocalypse, and some of the jokes really do land in my opinion. There's one involving Maru and a bear that caused a chuckle to escape my lips. The 2 also have a really well developed relationship in my opinion. Maru obviously wants their relationship to progress further, but I do love the friendship that the 2 have fostered on their journeys. They both look out for one another and support each other. Kiruko has to look after Maru because she is his bodyguard, but it never feels like she's protecting him out of obligation. It feels like she's doing it because she wants to make sure he's okay. And Maru does the same for Kiruko. There's a moment in the anime where Kiruko willingly offers herself up for sacrifice, and Maru still chooses to stay by her side. They are a great dynamic duo, and I hope that we get to see much more of them in the future, because I really don't want this to be an anime where we only got one season. The other storyline focuses on the characters that are actually at heaven, with our lead for these sequences being Maru's lookalike, Tokyo. Although we do get insight into the lives of some of the other characters that live at heaven, which is good because I don't think Tokyo is particularly interesting as a character. She's not bad by any means, but the focus of the anime is firmly on Kiruko and Maru, so Tokyo, like the other characters at this place, don't get as much opportunity to shine and get far less of a chance to actually develop as characters. Tokyo's an okay character, but she needs more time to be fleshed out for me to really connect with her character. But anyway, what's happening at this place where Tokyo lives? Well, you have several children like Tokyo who continually do these tests, and they spend the rest of their time playing in this walled-off garden. Before you say anything, no, this is not a Promised Neverland situation. The children are not being raised to be eaten by some creatures. At least that's not what's currently happening. This anime does like to have plot twists, so maybe that will get revealed in season 2. But who knows? Probably not. Whilst Tokyo is definitely our lead character for these sections, is there anyone else of note here? Well, there's Mimihime, who at first felt very strange to me, but she grew on me the more the anime progressed. She kinda reminds me of Nanachi from Made in Abyss, but I think this is more due to the two characters having remarkably similar facial expressions. Mimihime is a very kind character as shown by how she treats her peers, and a character that I think by the end of the season, you'll really care for. Plus, her relationship with Shiro is one of the most emotionally affecting relationships that I've ever seen in an anime. And then there's Kana, who's a very important character to Tokyo. If it feels like I'm sort of sidestepping the details of this storyline in the anime, it's because I am. It is very hard to talk about this aspect of the anime without getting into heavy spoilers, as most of the plot twists and revelations in this anime come from this storyline, and I really don't want to spoil anything that happens in this anime. The best thing about this storyline is that a lot of these plot twists are very surprising, but also feel very natural. My reaction was always, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Never, what? That really felt like that came out of nowhere. A lot of these plot twists and revelations are foreshadowed too, so you never feel cheated and are rewarded for actually paying attention. There was one plot twist that I saw coming, and it was arguably the biggest in the anime. Some people would say that makes that twist weaker than the others, or they would argue that it makes the anime predictable, which they would also use as a negative. Personally, I think me being able to predict this twist shows that it makes a lot of sense, and that the anime did a great job of setting up breadcrumbs for me to follow. A good twist is one that you don't expect, a great twist is one that you should have seen coming, and I'm sure a few people probably didn't see this twist coming. It isn't just the plot twists and revelations that make this anime storytelling so engaging, it's also how willfully this anime thrusts its audience into very dark storylines. This is an apocalyptic world that our two leads are traversing, and there are some less than savoury people that they come across in their travels. These people too have experienced great hardships as well, and we find out about some of these horrific experiences in the anime. Kiruko and Maru themselves go through some traumatic moments on their journey, and you can never be sure of who to fully trust in this anime. However, not every encounter in this anime is a bad one. Sometimes Kiruko and Maru come across a genuinely nice person. With the moments of darkness, there are bright sparks of hope too. This is also at times a very emotional anime too. There is one moment in this anime which brought me to the verge of tears. For anyone who has watched Heavenly Delusion, I do not need to reveal what this moment was, as you all already know what that moment is that I'm referring to. What's great about this anime is that as soon as I saw this scene, I knew that it would stick with me. This one scene ended up becoming even more emotional and tragic by the end of the season, when the anime provided even more context to it. This anime is legitimately one of the best I've ever seen. Even the opening was good. It's not one of my favourite anime openings by any means, but it is a case of an anime opening being a perfect fit for the anime. It really does an excellent job of setting the tone for what you're about to watch, and has great visuals too. Heavenly Delusion, or Tengoku Domaikyo, is an incredible anime. It is somehow able to present itself as this new offering to the table despite it being another post-apocalyptic adventure where the humans are arguably worse than the monsters, and is able to differentiate itself from other anime with similar ideas like The Promised Neverland. This is a really special anime where every aspect of it is at an unquestionably high level, and that's why Heavenly Delusion is a top 10 anime for me.